Hi everybody, my name is Paige and I'm here to show you how to make a portobello mushroom burger and using Epicure herb and garlic seasoning, and we're going to use this to make a marinade along with a few other ingredients. And then everybody's been talking about this carrot bacon. Have you heard this? TikTok, and everybody's going on and on and on about carrot bacon. Well, I don't have any carrots, but I do have some parsnips. So we're going to try it with parsnips today. I don't eat regular bacon. I haven't eaten pork or beef since 1989 for a few reasons that we won't get into right now. But so I'm going to show you a few things on how to prepare, first of all, your portobello mushroom. As you can see, it's still got all these lovely gills and things inside, which are not very attractive, and we don't really want to eat these. So we have to remove this. And then we're going to put our finished cap into the marinade that we're going to make and let it rest a while. And then we'll get started on our parsnip bacon, quote unquote. All right, so for the portobello mushroom cap, what we're going to do is I've already washed it, and you can see the end. It's not real attractive, and we want it to lay kind of flat in the skillet and when we fry it. So we're going to cut this stem. Oh, let me change can you see this? Here we go. Please ignore my messy kitchen. We're going to cut this off, and then we're going to, as carefully as we can, try to cut these gills out. And they should kind of lift off once you kind of get underneath it. So it shouldn't be really difficult to do. You don't want to cut away too much of the mushroom. It's easy to do because it's so soft. So you can see it's coming off pretty well there. I'm going to get my knife underneath there, lift up a little bit, all the way around. Just put it out here on the cutting board. You can put it in your compost pile when you're done if you have one, and if you don't, you should. Get one started. Easy breezy. That way you've got some great dirt for your garden. And if you don't have a garden, you should. I have one out back. You don't need a big one. You can just get like a little, how about an herb garden for your kitchen window? Anybody can do that, no matter where you live. And that way you don't have to worry about getting herbs that you don't know where they came from the grocery store. I try to eat mainly organic. I know that's difficult in a lot of locations, this one in particular. Indiana is the middle of the Corn Belt, and it's easy to get all kinds of food, but not organic. So I have to do some serious shopping away from home. So it's hard for me to get fresh things, which is the reason why, I can't see me, that's the reason why I don't have any carrots today, because I did have carrots, or I thought I did, and then it's been a while since I went and bought them, longer than what I thought, and then the carrots were bad. So I just did buy the parsnip, so that's why we're trying that. But anyway, so here we go. I didn't get it all out, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. And it should hit the skillet kind of flat, like this. Once it starts to cook, it'll break down some. So if it's got a dome like this, it's okay. It'll be fine. You might want to cut out a little bit more of this stem. I don't like this. This is going to kind of woody, and you won't want to eat it. So there we go. All right, there's our mushroom cap. So I'm going to put it in the bowl, upside down. Doesn't really matter. Upside down, right side up. And then I'm going to open my little herb and garlic Epicure packet if I can without cutting myself open. I need scissors. Hang on. Here we go. Let's safety first, right? That's what they say at work all the time. Safety first. And then I cut myself. I'm all right. I'm not bleeding. All right. I have not used this before, so this I like the smell coming out of it already, I'll tell you that. Oh, for crying out loud. Mmm. Yeah, that smells really good. All right, so we're going to put this on our mushroom. Looks lovely, lovely. And then I'm going to use a few other things. I've got some balsamic vinegar that I'm going to use. So we'll put that in there. How much? I don't know. Just splash, a couple splashes. You want enough to, you know, coat the thing. I'm going to put it in a plastic bag later on and let it sit in the fridge for a little bit. I have these lovely little red peppers. Have you seen these? I get these from the Olive and Antipasto. How do you pronounce it? Antipasto? I'm not Italian. Anyway, it's the Olive bar. And I love these little things. They're good. They're sweet and hot and just totally yummy. They're really good in Asian food. But, and they're also really good in this marinade. So I'm going to take, oh, I don't know, 4 or 5. Doesn't really matter. And chop them up. Dice them. So they're small. Like so. Again, it doesn't really matter. This is just for the marinade. We want to release as much flavor as we can. So we've got all that all chopped up. We're going to throw that in there. Like that. And maybe a little bit of juice. All right. That's good. We're going to do, let's see. It's a little bit hard for me to tell because I don't know exactly what's in the seasoning. It says garlic and herbs, and I didn't do my research beforehand, so I don't know what all herbs are in it. But I think we're going to be safe if we add... I got to wash my hands. Hang on. Cleanliness is next to godliness. I've heard that too. Okay, so pepper. Freshly ground. Don't get that regular stuff that you just shake out of a can. It's just disgusting. So anyway, fresh ground. How much? Doesn't matter, whatever you like. Like say maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon. Depends on how many mushrooms you're doing and how hot and spicy you like your food. I really like my food hot and spicy. So there you go. Always have. Mom and Dad tells a story of when I was like, what, 18 months old? And they took me to Arizona. And they had a big jar of jalapenos sitting on the picnic table. And I was sitting there eating them straight out of the jar. And I've loved hot stuff ever since. Dad and I used to have a jalapeno pepper eating contest when we went to Pepe's. Back when there was only one Pepe's in Lafayette. And he used to cheat, though, because he could drink beer and cut the heat. And I couldn't do it. So that tells you what kind of level I have got as far as Scoville rating for my tongue. But anyway. So I'm going to put a little bit of onion powder in here. Just a little bit. This is not organic. I just grabbed it out of the store. Because I didn't have any here. Seriously. I have the hardest time getting into stuff anymore. I used to laugh at my parents and my grandparents when they said, I can't get into this. Can you open this jar for me? But now I understand. It's no fun getting old, is it? All right, so I'm going to shake a little bit in there. Da, 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 da. And I'm going to put in a little bit of salt. Not that end. Make sure you don't use the wrong end. All right, a little bit of salt. And here, you know, it's just up to you what you want to put in there. Okay, here's my bowl. Ooh, looks pretty. Smells delicious. Anything else I want to put in there? You can put some liquid smoke in there if you want. That's what I'm going to use for the parsnips to make the parsnip bacon. But I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't want to completely overwhelm it. And this has a tendency to overwhelm flavors. So if you've never used it, be very, very careful. I'm just going to leave this alone, I think. And so I'm going to pour this, or try to pour this, into a little Ziploc baggie. There we go. And I probably will pull this out with my hand so I don't dump it. All right. Pour the rest of it in there. Scoop it out with my hands. It would be better if I had a spatula, but I'm not prepared. Okay, there we go. It is in the Ziploc baggie. Suck all the air out if you can. I'm not doing that on video. And anyway, there we go. We have a Ziploc baggie with a Portabella mushroom cap and our marinade. And I like to try to get as much of it in the gill side as possible because that's what's going to soak up all the goodness. All right. So there we go. That's ready. That's going in the fridge for a second. So hang on. I'm going to the fridge. Back. Okay. Now I'm going to wash my hands. So now we're going to work on our parsnips. Need a peeler. And here's parsnip. If you don't know what a parsnip is, it has a flavor sort of like a carrot, but much more mild. And root veggie are always good roasted. We're going to shave these on the mandolin slicer to try to get our bacon. So here we go. We're gonna, we really don't need to show you how to peel. I don't think everybody knows how to peel a vegetable. If you don't, it's time to learn. You should be eating more of them. And I don't mean to sound like your mother, but seriously, the junk that most people eat nowadays is just awful. So like I said, I have not eaten beef or pork since 1989 for various reasons. And as I have gotten older, I have developed a lot of food sensitivities and allergies. Gluten will, if I eat gluten, I will fall asleep in about 10 seconds. It doesn't take me that long. Chop off the top of our parsnip. So I try to stay away from gluten stuff, and I don't put added sugar into much of anything. I don't drink sodas, don't eat junk, and still I'm overweight. What the heck is that all about? I don't know. But anyway, so there you have it. Doesn't make any difference how good you eat. You still be chunky. And I eat well, though. Don't let anybody tell you that vegetarians or vegans don't know how to eat, because boy, we do, and we get creative with our veggies. So, as I'm not a very neat chef, as you can tell. There's like bits of parsnip flying all over the room. That's all right. I just yell, "Clean up on aisle 5," and the dogs come running. I don't know. Yeah, Chip likes parsnips. He'll eat like carrots. So he'll probably eat the parsnips if I drop them on the floor. What do you think, Chip? You like him? Oh yeah, he's got parsnip hanging out of his mouth right now. So cute. Anyway. All right, so get the end off of that. It's kind of gross. All right, so parsnips. There we go. And I'm going to use the mandolin slicer, which here's my little plastic mandolin slicer. They come in all different shapes, sizes. You know, your grandma's was thick wood monster thing, weighs about 25 pounds. If you got one of them laying around and the blade's still sharp, use it. Those are great. This one has, you know, interchangeable blades. You can have thin cut, thick cut, however you want to do it. And be very, very careful with these things because this blade is super sharp and will take your fingers off. Be very careful. And so that's why you should always use the pusher. Not your fingers, the pusher. So when you begin, it's all right. You can use your hands, you know, that's fine. But when you get closer to the end, use the pusher. Don't test it. So I'm going to kind of cut this, you see, at an angle to try to get longer pieces. So here we go. See how that, they're going to be round, they're not going to be long like the carrot. That's the only thing. But I don't care, as long as it tastes like bacon, right? This is starting to worry me already because anybody that knows me knows that I am probably one of the most accident-prone people in the world. And I have cut myself pretty badly on this thing because I forgot. Got too close to the bottom. And then used my pusher. And there I just cut off the end of my fingernail. So, like I said, we probably just won't use that in. Chip! Clean up on all five. There you go. All right, let's do number 2. You can do potatoes with this, carrots, any kind of veggie you want. You can julienne, which is those nice long thin little matchstick carrots and stuff that you get in wraps and things. This is wonderful to do that. I know, I'm getting close. Ah! All right, that's as far as I want to go. I want to keep my fingers in my hands for work tomorrow. They do come in handy. All right. Ha! Handy. Handy, get it? Nah, anyway. All right, so we have all of our lovely little chopped, sliced, mandolin parsnip pieces. So we're going to put those in the bowl now. And try to make them taste like bacon. All right. So now I have found a couple different recipes for the sauce that you put in here to make it taste like bacon. One of them calls for tahini, which I have, but I'm not sure about that one. I don't know that that's really going to taste like bacon. So I went out and I got some liquid smoke because the one that I just read about uses this. And they didn't give really any kind of measuring instructions. They just said, oh, just do this and do this and do this. So it's going to be kind of add it and, seriously, add it and taste it until you get it where you want it to get. All right. Finally. Got the. And then you got to get the inside off. Here, pull this. Ah. I got something for you. Anyway. Okay, there we go. I've got some maple syrup, organic and shit. So we're going to add some maple syrup. A little more maple syrup than it. I'll probably put too much in there, but oh well. And we've got the liquid smoke. Shake it up. This is really what's going to make it taste bacony is this liquid smoke, right? So we got some of that in there. We have some of our onion powder. Again, I'm a little bit upset it's not organic, but I'm going to try to get off my high horse and use it. There we go. And then we've got some ground pepper. I would say probably about a quarter to a half teaspoon, probably a quarter of the onion and the garlic, salt, pepper, maybe a half of the liquid smoke, and a tablespoon at least of the maple syrup, maybe 2. But again, you're just going to adjust this as you like it. So. Oh, I forgot to get my garlic powder. Hang on a second. I'm not prepared. Thought I was. Oh my God, where is it? Oh no. All right. We have our first catastrophe, but we have garlic salt. So we'll use that a little bit. Hope you couldn't see my butt when I was doing that. I'll edit that out. I don't know how to edit. You may get a free show. All right, so I'm gonna eat this raw parsnip. Let's see what it is. Pretty good. Pretty good, just raw. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna put some more garlic in it. I do have this organic garlic already pureed in a little tube. Okay. All right. So we're going to mix this all up. Probably should have mixed it up and then put the parsnips in it. That would have been the smarter thing to do, but oh well. This will work. So we want to get it all coated with our sauce. Well, first of all, let's taste the sauce. Way too sweet. Okay. Too much maple syrup. So yeah, I put maybe 2 tablespoons just or more. Don't do that. Less is more. I hear that all the time, but I'm not one of those people that really listens to them. Just ask my boss. Anyway, all right. Let's try it again. Still not there. You just have to keep trying it and tasting it. Adding until you get it to where you like it. And then you're going to let it sit and marinate for about a half hour in the fridge. Just like the mushroom cap. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put them in the air fryer if you have an air fryer. And if you don't have an air fryer, you can broil them. But we're going to do the air fryer at 380 degrees for about, we'll try 8 to 10 minutes and see how that goes. And if they're not crispy enough, you just stick them back in there and add some more time to it. All right, well, there you have it. Now we're getting somewhere. We're starting to taste more like bacon. I'm going to add some more liquid smoke and stuff. But anyway, so this is the recipe. I'm going to come back in a little bit and we're going to stick them in the oven in the fryer and see what we come up with. Talk to you later.